I have a great opportunity for you. You fly out to North Carolina. You film my Lamborghini Huracan. I shout out my business. Yeah. Great video for you. Great video for me. And I'm like, bro.
Like, I saw you with like Helen Mirren. She reached out to you?
I
know you didn't reach out to her.
No.
Helen famous mom. We're going to go right to Helen Mirren. Yeah. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the All Good Things podcast. We are here with the one and only Daniel Mack.
What up?
But what do you do for a living, guy? Thank you so much. We just shot a sketch. I am so honored that you had me on your feed.
Thank you for having me. I mean, we filmed a really funny video, so.
It was good?
It was so good. It was
I
so
hope
good.
so. You know that feeling like you just don't know.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
I know. You're a perfectionist, which I love. You like to make it great.
Yeah, I try to make it great, and you just don't really know. It's really hard to tell if you're being funny or not.
Yeah, I can tell you were being funny. I'm not pumping you up. It was funny.
I've had so many videos where like everyone's laughing, and then you get it back, and you're like, nope.
This is funny. This is funny.
This is Colton. Colton works for Daniel, or works with Daniel, and he's joining us today. Daniel, where are you from?
I'm from Tucson, Arizona.
Oh, hell
yeah. Where everyone's from.
Oh.
Everyone's out there from LA, totally.
You grew up as a kid in the heat?
Yeah, straight up.
How was that?
It was, it's a dry heat, so it's all good.
You good with it?
I was fine with it, but like, there's not much to do in Tucson, that's for sure.
What do you do in August?
You just stay in your house and just like suffer, I guess. That's all you do.
Right. and then what happened? Your story is incredible. You just were like, I saw a TikTok of you the other day. You were kind of just explaining, how you just basically put something up. You had a job, right? You tell me.
Yeah. I went to school, graduated, went to Dallas, Texas to do a job in finance of all things. Yeah. And then I'm working at like a big brokerage firm. And like my first week in
Dallas.
How is that?
Is that like bro culture in a finance firm?
Yeah, I mean, I was working from home because it was during COVID, but I actually liked it. Like I've always been interested in like the market and all that kind of stuff.
Were you making a lot of money?
No. I was making $50K a year, $45,000.
Were you making other people a lot of money?
I was making a lot of people money that weren't me. Yeah. Yes, very wealthy clients. Yeah. And I was like, $45K in Dallas, I'm rich. Yeah, straight up. I was like, I got it, made in the shade. Yeah, I was like, I had a $700 a month apartment. I was like, we're chilling. Yeah. And I just see Ferraris out there for the first time, and I'm like, what do these people do? How do I get a Ferrari? And then I just rolled up on TikTok as a joke, 0 followers. I'm just sending my friends videos. First video.
You just see a guy in a Ferrari one day.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Daniel's videos, they're awesome. They're so engaging. First of all, he'll just roll up on somebody in a Ferrari or a Lamborghini and say, what do you do for a living? Which is just such a brilliant concept. And because everybody wants to know, like, you pass a Ferrari, you go, how the fuck can I get a Ferrari? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not that I'd even want a Ferrari, but but just that idea of like who drives them or who has multiple like
Yeah. That's how it started.
Who's the guy you rolled up on?
My first video ever was some guy in an Audi R8, and he was like, I have 5 businesses, and he like lists them out. But the one that got me all the views, and it was a compilation of 3, was some guy in a Lamborghini Huracan. I chased him through like eight lights because I've never seen in LA the Lamborghini Huracan's like the Toyota of supercars, but in Dallas, and I just moved there, I was like, oh my god, Lamborghini! Yeah. Roll up to him, 8 lights, and I go, what do you do? He goes, I sell drugs, and I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, I sell drugs. That video, I got lucky there.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he was okay with being filmed.
He was chilling. It turns out he was joking, but yeah,
right. Yeah. Did he ever hit you up and go, dude, what the heck?
Yeah. Oh, he hit me up because the first video got like 50 million views on TikTok. Some crazy number. My first video ever. I would have never tried another one. Like people are like, oh, I tried for years to blow up. I was just like, funny video, threw it at the wall, 30 million views. I was like, this is my thing.
Has that always been your thing to be interested in rich people and how they got their money? Have you always been that way?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I've always been kind of fascinated in like I'm a pocket watcher as a profession, but I've always been interested in like
what's a pocket watcher?
Like you're like checking people's pockets.
Yeah,
it's like you're like, how do you get that Rolex? Like, don't pocket watch me. It's a street term.
It's a street term.
That's what I was told.
Did you grow up with a lot of money?
No, my family did well, but they didn't spoil us at all. Like my dad's a doctor, my mom's a nurse.
Okay, so you had a foot in.
Yeah.
You grew up seeing people.
Well, I guess my family
Ferraris
actually, they were not in that scene. Like my family, nothing designer. We all had Chevys. Yeah. My parents, like my first car was a Honda CRV 2005. So my parents didn't like, They did well, but they didn't spoil us in any capacity, which I know it may sound weird. They did pay for my college at the time, so that was it. But they weren't like, here, have a Mercedes or whatever. They were like, let's not make this kid a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And so, okay, so the first video goes 50 million views. You go back to your job. And did somebody at work see the video and go, Daniel, what the hell is this?
People didn't even know it was me because I didn't show my face for like a full year. So people would be like, this guy has your same name and he kind of sounds like you. And then I didn't even post on Instagram because I was too embarrassed to. I was like, this is, I don't want to, I just thought like filming content was like lame or I might be made fun of by like my friends or family. So I didn't show my face for a long time. And eventually people at work started seeing it. And I started having to report my income to work. And then once it started crossing over the amount per year I was making on Snapchat, that was the real kicker. And then they were like, how much money are you making? And I started making more than $45,000.
Why do you have to report your income to that job? Isn't it two separate incomes?
It's
like
like
you have a side hustle.
I think it's some kind of like a regulation with the finance industry. And also they want to make sure that you're not like completely disregarding your current job.
Yes.
But then every week it started getting more and more. And eventually my boss was like, how much money are you making? I'm like, I just made my annual salary last week. And they were like, oh, okay.
And then that was when Snapchat was really paying out.
Oh, yeah. I had a show, but I was OG show, and I got my first check, the biggest check I've ever seen in my life. I thought it was a mistake.
Yeah.
$27,000 after the cut. And I was like, this is not real. It was my first month of doing on Snapchat. You have to wait 60 days to get your first check. I had like 7 million or 10 million ad impressions, which at the time I was like, oh, that's just like TikTok views, not like TikTok views.
Yes.
And I get 27,000 and I was like, is this real? I email Snapchat. I'm like, is this right? And they're like, yeah, it's right. And I was like, holy shit, I can quit my job. Boom.
Wow. So you get that call from Snapchat and then you go in and you quit.
Not immediately. I was actually pretty cautious with it. I didn't want to be the LA classic story. I was very conservative. I moved to LA and quit my job when I had like 8 million followers on TikTok. But that 8 million followers was like, I was getting 1 million followers a month at the start. And I didn't even realize how crazy that was at the time. I was just like, oh, another 1 million. Now I'm at 8. Now I'm at 9. Well, we'll see where it goes. Now I'd kill myself for 1 million followers a month. Like, geez, that's crazy.
And how many of those followers can you attribute to that first video? I think where I'm going is like a big video like that, a 50 million video, that can get you a lot of followers, right?
Yeah. Oh, I got 1 million followers in 5 days.
Okay.
On TikTok. My first 5 days on TikTok, it was like first video, 20K, second video, another 20 million. I was up to like 200,000 followers. Third video, my best video, I think it was like 50, 60 million. It was like, now you're at 1 million followers. 5 days.
And people should know too that Snapchat probably pays the best.
Yeah.
Right? Out of all the platforms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. It's something like, I want to say I can't remember what it was, but it's like, it just blows everybody else away.
I think my CPM, for those that don't know, it's like per 1,000 views, what your ad revenue is. In the finance category, it's higher than most people. So I think I was making like around $10 to $11 per 1,000 ad impressions. And if a video gets 5 million ad impressions, do the math there. I can't do the math.
10 times 5 million is...
What is that, 50K?
At least
50K,
10.
yeah.
Yeah, and then you get, or whatever, maybe math is right there. And then you divide it by half with
This
Snap.
is the guy that used to work in finance.
Yeah. Trust me with your money.
And it's gone.
And it's gone.
And so you moved to LA.
Yeah.
Right. And I saw you at Tim Dillon's Christmas party.
Yes.
Yes.
Of
I met
course.
you there.
Everyone was there at Tim
That was
Dillon's.
the night I got engaged.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Was it at the party?
And I didn't even know what you looked like.
Yeah.
I knew who you were, but
I
you
remember.
said, I'm like the what do you do for a living? I go, oh, the voice. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I just say it because I don't show my face that much. And
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
everyone copies it too. So, did you get engaged that night when you got back, or was
It
that?
was so random. I met her and then we got engaged really quickly. And so that night I said, like, will you marry me? We went to a nice restaurant.
Oh, before the party.
Yeah, and she was like, yes.
Wow.
She's really happy. I'm really happy. And then I had just started this podcast, and I was like, hey, I hate to say this.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, is there any way we could cruise by this party?
Cruise to Tim Dillon's place.
Because I know there's going to be like, great people there.
Yeah.
And it just even great people to talk to, not necessarily, I didn't get any guests that. Well, I got you, but actually, and to her credit, she was like, fuck yeah, let's go. She was so excited. So we got to the party. It was really odd because it was one of those LA moments where we got to the party and we were like, we just got engaged. And they were like, who are you?
I was talking to you outside the door, and it was like, I'm like, hey, what's up? I didn't even realize you got engaged. That's crazy.
Wait, when was this?
This is like Christmas time, maybe 2022, 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something like
2020.
that.
I think 2023. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was 2022.
Damn. Now I feel like I'm getting old.
No. You're right. 2023. Yeah.
You should know this. You should know. This.
I should know this. I hope she doesn't see this. Okay, so you moved to LA. Now you're doing the LA thing. You're here. Do you live with people? You live by yourself?
I moved in with.
Do people think you're rich because you're hanging with all these rich people?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I did well on Snapchat at the beginning, but I keep. It's funny because I interview people that are wealthy, and I'm like, "How much money do you make?" People ask me how much money I make, and I'm like, "Don't worry about it." But, yeah.
Has that kid ever come up to the mall and said, "What do you do for a living?" to you?
I probably had. I've been asked what I do for a living more than I've asked people what they do for a living.
Yeah.
Because everyone thinks that they're like, and I feel like a dick if I'm like, because like.
What do you say?
I tell people like your mom, or I'll be like, I sell organs on the dark web.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a million different ones because I've been asked it. Everyone like thinks that they're being unique when they do it, which sounds like a dick thing to say, but like the amount of times I've been asked it is like
it's at least twice a day. People come
Like-
up,
like-
and they're like, "What do you?" And they're so happy.
and they're like, "What are you
about
doing?"
it,
I can't
you
be
know?
like, so I'm just like, yeah, and I because you know what, yeah. So
Great.
you don't want to
okay.
be a dick, yeah.
No. You got to.
And it's fun, and I get it. Like that's my cross to bear because I bother people and ask them what they do for a living, so people can run up to me with a camera in my face.
Yeah.
and ask me.
People run up to my face and say, "You old piece of shit."
Yeah. yeah. It's what we got to do. It's what we got to do. Tough life.
It's fun to meet people though.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's one of the things that I love about this, and people always say, they'd be like, "Does that get annoying?" And again, I only get maybe approached maybe once a day or once every couple days, but I love it.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
It's fun. It's fun.
And what I'll do is I'll usually I'll sit and talk to people for a while, and to the point where they're like, "Okay, we got to go," you know.
They're like, "See you later, man."
Yeah. But I love it. You wouldn't get to talk to everybody.
No,
You wouldn't
no.
get to like be like, "Oh, who are you? Where are you from?" Like, and then for your line of work too, like, so when you want to go to, like, what's that car show up in Northern California?
Oh, Monterey Car Week.
Yeah, you've been there, right?
Oh, it's like my pilgrimage every year.
So yeah, is
every
that
year
like a
I'll-
jackpot for you?
Oh, it's crazy. I mean, you'll never see more cars. Like
Right.
the Bugatti is like a Toyota up there. You'll
Yes,
see
yes.
like 50 in a day, and there's like
Yes.
500 ever made or something like that. So it's
Yeah.
like it's crazy. I mean, like
So you go up there, you get a hotel, you're there for the weekend.
Yes, and the hotels are like $3,000 a night. It's crazy.
Yeah.
because there's like so many rich people in such little housing because it's
Yeah.
a little tiny, sleepy, rich town.
The type of person that's rich and wants to be in your videos, is there a piece of them that's like, car people want to show their cars off, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
But
yeah.
then there's a level to it.
Tell me.
When you're at the hypercar level,
Yeah.
they don't want to show their car off.
What's
It's
a
like,
hypercar?
So like your Bugattis, Koenigsegg's, Paganis, stuff like that. When I roll
don't
up to
even know
those
what a
guys,
Pagani is.
yeah, it's like a crazy car. Like when you go up there, these are all like $1 million+ cars.
Yeah.
These people don't want to answer the questions.
Yeah.
I go up to them and they're like, "Oh shit," like fuck.
Right.
So sometimes they'll just give me like a half.
The IRS might see it.
No, I mean I've
Yeah.
gotten people. I have plenty of stories. I've gotten people screwed over for sure by accident.
Yes.
Actually, at Monterey Car Week, I got a guy screwed over pretty hard.
You did.
I wouldn't say I screwed him over. He screwed himself over.
Sure.
But I go up to this guy. I'll give you the story now. He's the head of VP of procurement at Apple. He's like a top dog at Apple.
Yeah.
And 2 months, I go ask him what he does for a living. He says he's in a McLaren Mercedes SLR, which is like a $600,000 car. He makes a joke from a movie where he's like, "I fondle big-breasted women," and his wife is next to him laughing. It's from like an 80s movie, and I think it's funny. I post the video, nothing happens. It gets a couple million views. 2 months later, I'm in India. I
Yeah.
wake up to like 40 missed calls. I look at my stocks app. Number one top of the stocks app is head of Apple procurement fired over lewd TikTok comments.
No.
And I'm like, oh shit. I look at it, Bloomberg or something broke the story. It's like this guy got fired by Tim Cook directly because he made this comment, and then within Apple it like got circled around, and then I get all these like threats towards me, and I'm like, okay.
Oh my god.
I didn't have a hidden camera like thing. Like
Yeah. Did you have reporters reaching out to you too?
I had so many people reaching out to me. I had literally like 50 emails from like Forbes.
Why
everyone.
is that? You know, I saw we were shooting our thing. I saw a an ad for the Connors. It's a TV show.
Okay.
And it used to be called Roseanne, right? And it's like the final 6 episodes. So Roseanne made some comments. They fired her. And then it's like, bro, she's the show. Like, what are people watching? Like, why is that? Why can't you just? You would think a company like Apple too would be like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it was I mean, he's with his wife. Like, I thought it was funny.
Sure.
So it was terrible. I mean, but then people got mad at me. People also started. Said that he killed himself, and then got mad at me. I don't know why that was a rumor that started, but
yeah.
That sucked. Yeah,
People
I was
want
like,
any reason to come after you.
yeah. So that I mean, like,
And bring you down.
yeah, it wasn't like I was hiding the camera. Like,
No.
he saw it, I saw it. It was funny, but you can't make jokes anymore. In his position, I'll say, if you're being filmed and you're that level, maybe you should have some more,
Yeah.
like, no,
Restraint.
not say that.
He should know.
He should know that, but
Damn, he'll get another job.
yeah, he'll be fine. It's not my fault, I swear.
But that is that's like a jackpot. Like you'll have like you'll just have car after car after car.
I went up to Pagani,
Yeah.
that guy. So his name's Horatio Pagani. He is the owner and creator of this extremely high.
How old of a guy?
He's like 68 years old.
Okay.
Italian guy.
Yeah,
He's from Argentina, but he makes Italian cars. Yeah. So
Well kept 68,
yeah,
right?
oh,
Like,
he's very
good
fancy.
looking,
He doesn't
yeah.
speak English, even though he does.
Yeah.
And I go up to him. I go up to him driving his own car, which is a $5 million car,
Yeah.
in the main VIP lot. I go, hey man, and I don't know what he looks like. This is embarrassing now, but it's like one of my best videos. I go, hey man, what do you do for a living? And he's like, his son is next to me. He goes, he doesn't speak English. I go, well, I'm just wondering what you do. And he goes, he is Horatio Pagani himself. And I'm like, fuck.
No
Literally.
way.
Yeah. And I'm like, fuck. And then in the car scene, it was like I was getting roasted, but I was like, it's honestly the best because I couldn't even come up with that and stage that video because of how awkward it would be.
Yeah.
It's like asking Tim Cook or whoever invented Steve Jobs, hey, what do you do for a living while I'm filming on an iPhone? It's the same thing. It's just super embarrassing, but that's what made it funny.
Wow.
It's a good video.
Have you had
It's a classic.
Have you had so you go shoot with a billionaire or whatever, a guy with a nice car. Have you had anyone give you financial advice and help you? Have you got any mentors through this?
I see. I'm not like much of a mentor guy. It's funny because I was in finance, but like I hate the guru finance vibes.
Yeah.
Like I will never sell a course.
Yeah.
Like you won't catch me selling a course. I don't like the whole like TikTok like stock tip vibes kind of people.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of those people in the car scene. They're like Bitcoin Miami
Yeah.
boys. So like I try to stay away from like that kind of stuff. But I will say I've learned a lot of info from some of these people.
What's something you learned?
Everyone's in real estate. 95% of these people in cars, the first thing they tell me is real estate.
Really?
Every single time. They all own real estate. That's how they made all their money. Or they're in tech or they invest in the market. But real estate, number one. Like that's the biggest takeaway. And they all mostly own their own businesses. And because there's only so much money you can make working for someone else.
Yeah.
So there's like a cap on that. Like you could be like an engineer and make $200K a year, but you're not driving a hypercar unless you own your own company. So own your own company and do real estate.
Right.
Yeah.
What's something you've seen that just blew you away? Like maybe like a yacht or like a car or.
Man, I don't know. I saw the first ever Ferrari.
That's
Mr.
cool.
Beast did a video with it too, but I filmed that one. It was like it's worth like
when is that made?
it was I don't know, like 1950 or something like that.
Oh, wow.
It's like it looks silly, but it's like 50 or 100 million dollars, and I was able to film that, which is crazy.
But that is cool because you see the genesis of what it is today.
Yeah,
Through
exactly.
seeing that first prototype.
Yeah. It's nuts.
Like, I think I've seen a picture of it, and even then you're like, wow, this is wild.
Yeah,
For even that time.
I mean, it looks really weird. It's like a bubbly car, and it looks awesome. Honestly, there's
Yeah.
no windshield on it. So yeah, I mean, there's other stuff too. Like people just the amount of money. Like once you get up to a certain level of like billionaire status,
Yeah.
the amount like the watches that they're wearing are like $3 million, $5 million, and like they have nothing better to do with their time other than like compete on being viral. So it's funny because you'll see a lot of billionaires that like you can't buy clout. I mean, you can kind of buy clout or fame to a point, but there's levels to it where like they want that, and
They want it, huh?
Oh,
Because you would
yeah.
think if I had all that money, you would never see me.
It depends. So I'd say most people are like that.
Yeah.
But then you get to some of the levels where they're so bored and they're so rich that
Right.
they just want to be famous.
Yes, that's the
So-
last thing that they don't have.
Yeah, and that's something that
Right.
like you can buy your way up to there to a point, but once you get up to a certain level, you have to also be.
Are there people that reach out to you to do a video and you just say no? You don't have to give any names, but
Yeah, I mean, there's some people, like there's some guy that you could maybe guess who is kind of infamous on Twitter and also is maybe running an illegitimate, illegal operation. And I wouldn't film with that guy.
Right.
There's some
but
people like
they
that.
call you, they reach out to you. Come
Yeah.
see my Bugatti. Come see my
Yeah,
Pagani.
yeah. And the funniest thing is actually I'll get people that will reach out to me who have just like a Lamborghini Huracan.
Yeah.
And I say just a Lamborghini Huracan. That
Sure.
sounds stupid, but like in LA and like in this scene, it's just a Lamborghini Huracan.
Yeah.
And they'll email me like, I have a great opportunity for you. And I'm like, yeah, let me hear it. Is this like a business email? And they're like, you fly out to North Carolina. You film my Lamborghini Huracan. I shout out my business.
Yeah.
Great video for you. Great video for me. And I'm like, bro. I'm like, no, dude. It happens all the time. People think that they're like in their small towns, because they have a Lamborghini, and I'm sure they're the shit in their small town. But like, but as far as what I film, and it sounds weird to people maybe listening that are like, it's a Lamborghini, but there's a million Lamborghinis out there.
Are you doing other things outside of this series? Do you feel a pressure? I feel an immense pressure to not make content, but then also like develop something else for the future.
Yeah, I mean, people ask me that all the time. That's the biggest question. They're like, what's next for you? And I'm like, damn, like, what? Yeah, I'm sure people ask you that all the time too. It's like, I mean, like I run a podcast occasionally as well with people. Just when I have a guest that I find interesting, or I am starting like a longer form YouTube series, it's gonna be like more like budget behind it, where I'm maybe like building cars. But I feel like I've done like a lot of the side businesses that a lot of people fall into, where like merch, for example.
Yeah.
My audience does not want merch.
Right.
My audience is like 35-year-old men, and they don't want to buy like a Daniel Mac merch thing. I could make like a side business that doesn't have my name on it.
Yeah.
But that takes a lot of time. So like I feel like I've tried a couple of these options and it doesn't really work out. And I feel like for me at the moment, doing brand deals and making as much money as I can in this space is a good thing. But I do agree that maybe I should have more long-term play.
I think a finance podcast, those do really well, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they do. They do.
And
I just need to like stick to it.
Talking with people that have made money.
Who would you interview? Yeah.
And they do have a high CPM.
Totally.
Right.
Yeah. So what I'm starting right now, I just forgot about it, but I'm going to sit down with people and they're not like doing crazy jobs that make them a lot of money. I want to sit down with people, find out what they do for a living, that do like just interesting jobs. So like follow an EMT around for the day. Follow people like we have people like I'm talking to a guy that is like a professional hacker for the government.
Oh, great.
And he like hacks businesses. And we're talking to another guy that's a mortuary guy that's like he handles when people mishandle bodies. Like if like a body is transported and it's swapped with somebody else.
No way.
And I'm like, that's crazy. Like that kind of stuff is cool. So I'm gonna sit down and find out what people do for a living that do normal jobs.
Yeah. Oh, that's
an
great.
Interesting job. Like, yeah, you're a professional pit boss and you sit down in Vegas and you have professional clients that come in and they're spending millions of dollars and you're like, just crazy stories. Stuff like that.
Kind of like dirty jobs.
Yeah.
Like
we're saying like dirty jobs meets cribs meets, like all that kind
I
of
like
stuff.
that, but I have to say, seeing the expensive things are what drew me to your videos.
Yeah, that's the bread and butter.
Yeah,
for sure.
you're just something about it. I don't know what it is, but if I see you on a yacht, I'm like, I'm never gonna get on a yacht.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the yacht. I feel like a lot of people like it just because I feel like some of the financy, kind of what we were talking about earlier, like some of the financy people that do these videos are just fucking like lame as fuck when they do them, and they try to be like all dripped out and like Gucci, and they're like they lean too much into like the materialistic like version of like making money, and I just feel like it looks douchey as fuck. And I feel like I just am more like,
but you
this
don't
is
do
crazy.
it that way. I've never felt that way with your videos. You're not. You're just documenting.
Yeah, I just think I'm just like, this is fucking cool. Like, get me on a yacht. Fuck yeah, I want to party on a yacht.
Who are some of celebrities? Like I saw you with like Helen Mirren.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
She's the best. She's literally Helen. Yeah. She's honestly one of like people ask me like the coolest celebrities. Helen Mirren, the coolest.
Yeah. See, I'm surprised you even know who Helen Mirren is.
Yeah. My mom is a big fan of her as well. I'm cultured.
Great actress, English actress, incredible. Yeah. And she reached out to you?
I
know you didn't reach out to her.
No. It was
now that I'm famous, Mom, we're going to go right to Helen Mirren.
Yeah. It was a brand deal with Fast and Furious. They were like, hey, like, we're going to put Helen Mirren on this billboard on Sunset Boulevard that's like 500 feet tall, and you're going to run up to her, and she's so cool in the video. She's like, I drift cars for a living.
Yes.
And and then that was how it went, and it was like NBC's best performing ad. Like,
what did she say to you?
she's like, I drift cars for a living. And she's like, you want to go for a spin in my McLaren?
But what did she say to you off camera?
We were vibing for like an hour. They had to
Did she ask you, like, does she understand like who you are and what you do?
She's so with it.
She was
like
with
the
it,
coolest person ever. We were talking about Dallas. She's giving me barbecue spots. They were literally like, Helen, Daniel, it's time to film. And I'm like, this is one of my first major brand deals ever.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was maybe my first one. I forget what NBC paid me. I'm probably not allowed to say, but it was not enough money for the amount of views I got them.
Right.
And I was still psyched. I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. Film with her. And it was like, they had to literally pry us apart from each other because she was so cool. We were vibing so hard. And then I saw her in front of the Coliseum for the next Fast and Furious brand deal. And she's like, Daniel, and run up there. And she's
Coliseum
like,
in Italy?
In Italy, yeah.
Wow.
And then we got pictures up on, she's like, come up on here. I'm like, really? She's like, paparazzi, everybody. This is Daniel. We're going to take a picture. And she's the coolest person ever. We were drinking wine after and slugging champagne.
It's really funny. They used to, when I first started like doing like TikTok and Instagram and stuff, and you'd go to a movie premiere, they would like keep the influencers like way away.
Yeah.
And then now when you go, it's like the influencers are like mixed in with the stars.
They
and
want
it's
you to be filming with them.
I'm like, we went to like the Babylon premiere, and I'm like,
I was there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
crazy
I
premiere.
shouldn't be on the red carpet.
Yeah,
Brad
yeah.
Pitt's in this movie.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I mean?
I
Like,
watched
why
it to
am
the
I on the red?
director.
It doesn't make sense. I liked it better when it was. I liked old Hollywood better.
Oh yeah, you wanted to be separate.
I liked it better. They used to make great movies, and then you would see people, and you'd wonder about them. You're like, gee, I wonder what Leonardo DiCaprio's like.
Yeah.
Now I know what he's like.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
he's like snotting on the side of a yacht, like
he's sipping the cocaine.
like, and it's just.
They hate it too, for sure. You know, like
They must.
The A-listers are like, fucking get me away from these TikTok people. Like, I get it. You
Yeah.
don't want a Daniel Mack running up to you while you're trying to enjoy yourself, being like, "Hey, what do you do for a living?"
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Who's
honestly.
somebody that you got like really lucky that you got? Like you're just like minding your own business.
Oh, okay, so this is a good one. John Cena. It's also for the Fast and
Luck
Furious
is the
premiere.
best. When you get lucky,
Yeah,
it's the fucking best. And when you're making content, you do get lucky a lot because you're trying all day.
Oh yeah,
Right? You're like, fuck, I'm trying. I'm
waiting on Rodeo
trying.
Drive,
And
sitting
then,
there.
every couple of weeks, maybe every month, something will fall in your lap.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Go. Sorry.
Okay, I have two actually here.
Go.
So John Cena.
Cena, great.
He's getting off a plane. This is one of the bucket list people to get in a video.
You're a wrestling fan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Still,
can't
big
say
star.
Yeah, I mean, he's like A-list as it gets. Obviously.
Yeah.
And I've heard he's a very big car guy and he's very cool.
Yeah.
So I'm getting off the plane from Rome to go to Fast and Furious. I see him in the lobby and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna just bum rush him because people are starting to be like John Cena. But I'm with NBC, so I'm like, okay, maybe I have a leg up here to be like, hey, I'm not just like some crazy guy. I'm like gonna be also on the carpet with you. So I'm like, hey, John, he just got off the flight. So honestly, in hindsight, I'm an idiot, but like 15-hour flight or whatever. I'm like, hey, John, I'm with NBC. Nice to meet you. I'm Daniel. Any chance I can ask you what you do for a living right now? And he goes, no. He's like, no. Like he's like, get the hell away from me. And I was like, oh shit. So now I'm like, damn, I thought John Cena was a nice guy. Like, and then a couple days go by and I'm like, okay. And I'm at the premiere. I'm like minding my own business, hanging out away from the celebrities for the most part. John Cena spots me from across the red carpet and he's like, and I've heard he's the nicest guy. He's like, hey, and he brings me over and I'm like, hey, John Cena, nice to meet you. He's like, were you the guy at the airport that I kind of brushed off?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. And he was like, hey man, I'm so sorry.
Wow.
I'm so sorry about that. Like, what do you want? What's your vibe? What do you want to film right now? I heard you mentioned you were a content creator. And I'm like,
nice.
holy shit, man. I'm like, I asked people what they do. And he's like, let's do it. I'm all yours. Gives me like 5 minutes of his time. And that was awesome. I was like, he's like, anything else you need? I'm like, dude, you're the fucking man.
Oh,
and he's like,
that's sick.
see you later, man. I wish I asked him more questions, but yeah, that was a crazy one. And then another one I got was Giannis. Do you watch NBA?
Yes.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm gonna get in trouble. So yeah, Giannis, the NBA MVP of the NBA for the Mavericks. He is just on Rodeo Drive. He's walking on the street. This is during COVID. No one's on the street. Exit the Rolex store, and I'm like, holy shit, that's Giannis.
Wow.
Run up to him. He follows me on TikTok. He follows 6 people on TikTok at the time. And I'm like, okay, this is something I can get. So I'm like, hey, what do you do for a living? And he ignores me, walks away. I'm like,
And he follows you.
well, he follows me.
Yeah.
So because I don't show my face. So I think he just assumes I'm just some random guy that's streaming at him. And then I'm like, damn. And I'm all alone. I have no crew at the time. no one works with me. I'm like, I go to Rodeo at the time from Dallas to just film for 12 hours a day. So this is a random person I'm running into.
Yeah.
I asked Giannis again. I'm like, hey, I sit there and I'm like, fuck no, I'm not letting Giannis get away. He follows me on TikTok. He follows 6 people. So I'm like, fuck it. And like, I'm like, fuck it. And this is the last video of the day. I'm like bothering him on the street. He's trying to get away from me. He's like running away from me. I'm like, Giannis.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I'm like, Giannis, you follow me on TikTok. What do you do for a living? And he's like, who the hell is this guy? Eventually, something I say clicks with him, and he's like, you're the guy who asks people what they do for a living? I'm like, yes, you follow me on TikTok. He's like, oh shit, okay, I'm gonna be here in like 20 minutes. I'll bring my car around. Maybe you'll catch me.
Wow.
And then he does. I'm sitting there waiting, and he's rolling through, and I bum rush him, and I ask him what he does, and he's super chill, and he goes, I sell Bitcoin, and he's joking around with his brother.
Yeah.
So I got him,
Damn.
ran into him, and that was cool. I just had to stick
Complete
my
luck.
Yeah, just random.
You ever meet Bezos?
No.
Musk?
No. I've met Zuck,
You met Zuckerberg?
my boy Zuck.
Did you get him?
It's gonna happen. It's been a work in progress, but I got a private 5-minute talk with him. I got to try on his watch with him. They're like, not right now. But we're gonna plan something where I film like his Taycan, his Porsche Taycan, or go to Hawaii and like wake surf with him. This is all
Really?
pending. This is all pending. Maybe I'll get in trouble for this.
Damn.
But I was able to chat privately with him for a while because for some reason Meta is a fan of me. So
Did
shout
you
out Meta.
see he did a little roundtable with Mr. Beast?
Oh no.
He did like a little 4-panel with Mr. Beast and I think Colin and Samir, and it's like,
Oh, interesting.
it's funny to watch Mr. Beast tell Zuckerberg what's wrong.
Oh, is this on
on Zoom.
Yeah, I've seen this.
And Mr. Beast said, he goes, listen, he goes, the minute I say one word, he goes, the video's done. He's like, I don't get any impressions or views. And Zuckerberg's like, okay, well, that's something that, we can work on. And it's just so interesting to see someone tell Mark Zuckerberg,
Oh, because he's talking about language, right? He's saying,
he's saying like the minute he talks in an Instagram video, the video will dip.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Because I guess that makes sense because, you have people all around the world.
Yeah, he was saying that the people that make the most. I mean, it's like, who's that guy that's #1 on TikTok?
He begins with a D.
I got him in a video once. He's the guy that just goes like this.
Yeah.
I should know. I should know this. You know.
If there's too many people to know.
Yeah. He's but basically, he doesn't say any words, and he has the most followers because it's so global and it can be shared with any language.
Good point. Yeah.
Most of it is just reacting to some scene that he finds.
That's why like cat videos or like dog videos, like it's universal.
Right.
They're like viral as hell because.
Right.
Would you go to space?
I wouldn't because I have kids.
Okay.
And I wouldn't skydive. I don't do.
You ever done any of those things?
I jumped off the stratosphere once in Vegas with a hook to me. That was about the.
That's
craziest
scarier
thing.
than skydiving, in my opinion.
yeah.
You could die easier.
I was up there and there's like people going like all the time. They're putting them out like every 2 minutes. Someone's
No one's
jumping.
dying on that. Yeah.
And then the woman, I'm like, I don't know about this. She's like, just go.
Can push you off.
Yeah, she was like, you're fine. She was like a 25-year-old girl. She was like, just go. You're
She's like,
good,
oh
you're good."
god, all day long they're like, oh go.
Yeah.
But if you knew you weren't gonna die, you would go to space. If you knew
I'd go
Okay.
for the content.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. For the planet.
It's
yeah.
funny what you'll do for like a good video.
Oh yeah,
I'll
I'll sell my soul to the devil for a good. Some people will though, bro. It's crazy.
You
honestly.
do find yourself in situations you're like, oh my god, I would
Unethical.
not be here.
You're just like, oh god, yeah. It's like Nightcrawler, bro.
Yeah.
Or like you're like, some people are like that in LA for sure, where you're like, ugh, and like they get to this some kind of way where they're like, I'll do anything, I'll do anything. I'm like, oh god.
All right, well, listen, thank you for doing the pod. This is fun.
Thank you. On that note, yeah.
I mean, you're awesome, dude. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you, man.
Killing it.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you for having me on, and the video we shot is hilarious.
I
So
hope
can't wait to
it
come
comes out. Look for this video on Daniel's page of me in Ilya's blue Lamborghini. Hopefully it'll be good. We'll see.
It's good.
Cole,
Hell
you got
yeah.
anything to add?
I just want to say I enjoyed just hearing you guys talk. You guys are both so freaking interesting.
Thank you.
You
Tell the
know,
audience. Yes.
Yeah. I
Hey,
don't
what's
know.
up?
I've been
How is
a huge Jason Ash fan for
Oh,
like
that's-
a long
He
time.
has. He was hyped. He was hyped.
I'm actually dead serious.
I
so,
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, where can people find you?
It's Daniel Mack. It's Daniel Mack.
TikTok, Instagram, and the podcast
Yeah,
coming,
the
and
whole
your
shebang.
YouTube channel, right?
Yeah. YouTube, Snapchat, the whole shebang.
Okay.
I'm on all those.
All right. Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, Colton. Bye, guys. We'll see you
Bye-bye.
next time.
See ya.